This is a really interesting process that you'll find goes through all of our Stack Plus pickups. Derek Duncan here behind me is working on the STK S7, the Vintage Hot Stack Plus. And this is a unique pickup because it has two coils stacked one on top of the other, hence the name Stack, but the top coil has a completely different coil geometry than the bottom coil. What he's doing is using a device that's seldom seen outside a physics laboratory called a Helmholtz coil. And it creates a very uniform and even hum field and basically injects hum into the pickup. Now the bottom coil is of a totally different size than the top coil, but in order to get hum canceling optimized, he adds resistance to the bottom coil. And he adds the right amount of resistance by using a variable resistor so that he can effectively tune out the 60 cycle hum and make this an optimally quiet pickup. He'll then note the amount of resistance he puts into the bottom coil, and that amount will get hardwired into the bottom coil in the form of a standard resistor. We're here in the machine shop at Seymour Duncan Factory. Behind me is Rick, our machinist. Very well-trained machinist. Comes to us from the Fender Custom Shop. He's also a great guitar player, like a lot of the folks that work around here. And he makes a lot of the prototypes and also a lot of the jigs and fixtures and the tooling that are used to build the products that we make. Seymour Duncan stomp boxes are not actually made in this factory. They're made offshore, but every single one, 100%, comes through this factory, gets opened up, and gets a whole battery of tests thrown at it by Terry here. It's all computerized, it's very accurate, and we test for a variety of different things to make sure that when this stomp box leaves this factory, it's 100% in working order. Seymour says there's different approaches to manufacturing product. There's the brawn approach and the brains approach. Well, we're up here in Seymour Duncan R&D, which is definitely the brains approach, and I have one of the brains of the company next to me. It's Wayne Rothermick, who's our electrical engineer, and Wayne is at work right now designing our next stomp box. This is called a Testbed, and this is kind of like what a stomp box looks like when you're in the process of designing it. And after it goes through this state, it'll go through some various test revisions, and eventually, by the time it reaches you, all of these little sub-circuits will be reduced to some main circuit boards, maybe one or two main circuit boards inside the stomp box. But this is where it all starts. Wayne has been with us for how long, Wayne?
Oh, it's 5 years now.
5 years, but actually there was a break in the middle when he went to go work for NASA on the Mars lander. And realized that he was having way more fun making guitar effects, so he came back. And so when people talk about the work that we do here, and you know, come on, it's not rocket science, well, we beg to differ, and we've got a rocket scientist here to prove it.
Hey guys, Frank Falbo here, Vice President of Sales and Product Development here at Seymour Duncan. You know, we got started making stomp boxes kind of as a, born out of what we do in the pickup world for the musician. The musician said, hey, I like my tone, I like where everything is, but I just want something that I can hit to just get a little more of me. I want me, but I want it boosted. And thus the SFX01 pickup booster was born. We're even getting into things like delay pedals and compressors and things like that. Well, in the world of compressors, we put the double back knob on there. It's an EQ'd mix of your dry signal blended back into the compressed signal. So we just kind of think differently, about these things because we're all guitarists, we're all musicians, we've all played. We don't step into a design unless we feel like we can bring something to the table.
How many companies get to shake it 3 times a day? Well, Seymour Duncan does. It started off as an exercise regimen called Feldenkrais. We put some music to it, and here we go. 3 times a day we get out from behind the desk and the solder fumes and the winding machine, and we get to stretch out a little bit, and this makes us better workers. Also, it makes us less prone to repetitive stress injuries, and it makes us happier people. So where do you go next on your journey to find the right tone? Well, one place that we would suggest is SeymourDuncan.com. It's got a lot of information. You'll find wiring diagrams, frequently asked questions, a tone wizard that can help you go about picking the right pickup for your sound in your guitar. And there's the Seymour Duncan Forum, a very invigorated, enthusiastic community of like-minded tone fiends like yourself who are all on that same journey, and they'd love to have you join in and go along with them for the ride.